Right, so I made a video the other day exploring Williams' driver options for the 2022 F1 season. A video which, since Albon's involvement with the transfers, has been made more or less redundant. Cheers, Alex. Therefore, today I thought I'd have a look at the team that is currently in the eye of the media, after Kimi Räikkönen announced his long-awaited retirement from F1. After reports suggesting that Alfa Romeo are unlikely to maintain Giovinazzi, I wanted to have a look into the team's options and weigh them up, in order to determine what their most viable lineup could look like. I think it only seems fair to start this video with Giovinazzi, because ever since he joined the sport, he's been about as noticeable as a McLaren fan at Zandvoort. His performances have totally gone under the radar, and I doubt the casual F1 fan knows much about him at all, unless they're a Christian and learn about his origin story at birth. Antonio Giovinazzi made his debut in Formula 1 in 2017 as Sauber's reserve driver, although he was able to race in the first 2 rounds of the season after Pascal Wehrlein's big accident at the Race of Champions. His results were relatively average for a rookie, if not slightly above, with P12 at Melbourne and a retirement in China. However, this would be it for his 2017 campaign, since Wehrlein so rudely recovered from his injuries. When Wehrlein announced he would no longer drive for the team in 2018, it looked likely that Jesus would finally get a full-time drive in Formula 1, until Charles Leclerc rightly got the seat after his fantastic F2 campaign. So Antonio had to remain on the sideline for another season. 2019 would finally provide Giovinazzi a drive at Alfa Romeo after Charles moved to Ferrari. His season was fine for a rookie, there's not much to say really. He wasn't very close to Kimi in terms of points, so meh. He did pick up P5 in Brazil, but that was very much one of those races. But yeah, standard season for a rookie in a back market car. 2020 was much better for Antonio, if you can call it that. The Italian scored 4 points at Austria, Germany and Imola, matching Kimi Räikkönen, so he very much did the job that the team needed him to. 2021 again has been so painfully average for Antonio. He currently sits P18 in the standings, behind Kimi and both Williams cars, but ahead of the Haas's, which is no achievement. It's incredibly difficult to judge a driver's performances when they're in a bottom team. Yes, he's been doing his job, but when you have a poor car, you need the driver to be the difference. Giovinazzi is a good driver, but he isn't a great driver, and if Alfa want their luck to turn around, they need a driver who goes above and beyond. Next driver on the list is Valtteri Bottas. Provided that the rumours are true and Russell does go to Mercedes, the Finn is going to be looking for a drive. Frederic Vasseur has made it very clear that he would sign Valtteri if he was a free agent, 1 Finn out, 1 Finn in. Furthermore, Bottas has always been a reliable driver. He made his debut for Williams in 2013 and immediately performed very well. Heck, he qualified 3rd at Canada in a backmarker car in his rookie season. In fairness, it almost puts George Russell's achievements to shame. Emphasis on the almost. 2014 was a really good season for Valtteri, finishing P4 in the standings ahead of Sebastian Vettel, Fernando Alonso and his teammate Felipe Massa. The majority of fans nowadays are completely unaware of this and only judge him on his recent performances in the Mercedes. 2015 and 16 continued this trend for Valtteri and really put him in the spotlight for Merck following Rosberg's surprise retirement at the end of 2016. At Mercedes, Bottas has done better than people generally give him credit for. He's been doing a fantastic job as number 2 driver, and that's all that Mercedes have really needed him for. He's no Lewis Hamilton, but there have been many times where he's got damn close. This season has been more difficult for Bottas, there's no two ways about it. However, I can see him being a good asset for Alfa Romeo in terms of experience and pace, although he does typically lack racecraft. When it comes to wheel-to-wheel racing, Valtteri isn't the best out there by any means. However, if he can score some good points for the team, he will be doing his job. Next on our list is Nyck De Vries. I've somehow found myself talking about this guy a lot on my channel, and for a good reason. He's very fast, yet hasn't had the opportunities that a driver of his caliber may have expected. Off the back of his Formula E championship, it is looking likely that a seat in F1 will be available for the Dutchman in 2022, whether that be at Williams or indeed at Alfa Romeo. Depending on the rumours surrounding Albon in the Williams seat, we could see Nyck De Vries move to Alfa Romeo, potentially partnering Valtteri Bottas, which is slightly suspicious concerning the rumours about Alfa also wanting Mercedes engines. I have a longer video on Nyck De Vries here if you want to know more about him. Another driver I wanted to at least mention is Callum Ilott. Ilott is an immensely quick driver and has proven this in the past, but for some reason it's looking more and more unlikely that the Brit will get a drive in F1. Despite the fact that he's currently Ferrari's reserve driver, well, one of them, the Brit is targeting IndyCar for the future, so it's looking unlikely that we will see him in the Alfa Romeo next season, but I still thought he was worth mentioning. We have to talk about Theo Pourchaire. When discussing his options for next season, Frederic Vasseur mentioned this kid's name a few times. For those of you who are new to the channel, Theo is my favourite driver out there, and I actually made a video with him not too long ago, which I will link here. He certainly has lots of potential. I suppose the argument is, well, will it be too soon? But hey, some drivers in the past have completely skipped F2, so that argument doesn't really hold up. As F3 runner-up, 17-year-old Theo Pourchaire has demonstrated some incredible pace in F2 this season, most notably in Monaco. In an interview, Vasseur stated that he could become one of the best. Therefore, it's not impossible for Pourchaire to get that seat next season, but only time will tell. I certainly have my fingers crossed. Last up on our list is a name you'd least expect. However, he did have a test with the team not too long ago. In my opinion, it is almost guaranteed that an Alfa Romeo seat will go to this driver next season. Of course, I'm talking about Mahavir Raghunathan.